I don't want to film this, but I have to. I don't have to, but it saves me 3 days. So, Austin Hills, number 21, Bennett, number 50. Number 21, 50th anniversary of Bennett. Daytona win for the 3rd straight year. And guess what? He didn't win in 2025. It was his flipping teammate. Hooray. I love this diecast so much. Alright, so cards out of the packaging. And first up, why is the trading card on a slant? It's hard to see, but it is quite slanted on the camera. Maybe it's not slanted. On this side, it's definitely slanted. On the other side, it's like bended back and forth and back to the original place. So displacement of 0. I can't believe I just did that. Okay, that's ridiculous. Okay, here's the base. It's always the same. This is a messy area now. Holy crap. Okay, goes over there. And here is this kind of destroyed 164 diecast of Austin Hill's 2024 win. Of all races, I think that's the one he probably shouldn't have won. I forgot to show the back of the card. I probably should have done that, shouldn't I have? 9 laps led. How? Because no one actually tries to pass these RCR cards. They just let them by. It's ridiculous. But here it is. Just look at all that Barabon and tape on that front grille. And somehow he still won. I don't know how. Okay. Anyways. Nevertheless. Pretty. It's an okay-ish car. We'll compare this to last year's win. Or 2020. I hate when I do this a year ahead. The 2023 win. Compared to this is the 2024. We'll compare the 2023 to this one later. On the front end, we have Xfinity and Hill on the windshield. Bennett Transportation Logistics, 50 years of Bennett on the front hood. Chevrolet, Amaro, RCR, ARP, Sunoco, Goodyear. Couple little contingencies, Cosmetic, Xfinity Series. Forget what those two are. Number 21, United Rentals, Bennett, Global Industries. John 316 South Point. Kind of weird to see that on Don. What's the 62 team called? Not Gaunt Brothers. I should know this. Brendan Gaunt, who'd you race for? Not South. I mean, South Point was the sponsor, but what is it? Okay, whatever. Anyways, the 62 car usually. Austin Hill, the American flag. Global Industries. 50 years of Bennett. Bennett IG or Bennett TIG. No, BennettIG.com. Because it's, I don't know why it's IG. Number 21, Okuma, Camaro, Hill's last name with the dumb rear end windshield stuff. BennettIG.com, number 21. And that is it. A lot of grass clippings and everything. Or just overall tire rubber and debris. On this car. We've got 3 of these. Every single year, they've released the 21 Austin Hill Bennett car. Getting pretty tired of it at this point. It's okay, but I think they always just do the Daytona winners. So we'll have a Jesse Love in next year if we ever get diecast again because of the tariffs. Anyways, yeah. But it's a bit repetitive. I think the 2022 win was pretty different, but the last 2 years, the cars have seemed, pretty similar, to say the least. But the only reason I legitimately bought this was when I first looked at it, I was like, it's an Austin Hill win, I'm not going to buy it. I was maybe considering it because I bought the Larson one a year ago probably. But then I saw all this damage, I was like, this is actually kind of cool to have a race win that has a bunch of tape and everything on the car. Even though the rest of the car is basically scratch-free. Other than some rubber and tire markings, a bit of damage right here on the left side near the tire. But there's not that much. But yeah. And then I saw this and I was like, that's a big game changer for me. Once again, I wish they would kind of change. I don't know if you could add a decal over this. I've always said this. I don't think you could. But it would be kind of cool. You could kind of feel where the Barabon is. I think they could maybe try and do that on the 124 stuff. Probably not on the 164s. This is fine. It makes perfect sense for a 164. But for the 124s, it would be a little nice. But it's still a solid car. Windshield, I've always hated this. I don't know why Lionel, just for the sake of enjoyment of these diecasts, just make these little spikes go under the name. They don't need to be on top of the name. And I don't think they are. Like, if I look at, I would hope that if I look at normal photos, they don't have that. Because what's the point of having the name on the back now? If this is what we see, what is the point? The same thing can be said for this Hamlin 164. Like, no, you can kind of see it says Hamlin, but it really doesn't. I'm trying to see if I have a race win around here that doesn't have that, but I don't think I've reviewed that one yet. There is like 2 of them that don't have the messed up thing. And I just hope that gets changed, because truly for me, it annoys me a lot. Maybe more than it should, but it does. So let's compare this to last year's Daytona win. Yep, it is legitimately the exact same car livery-wise. Except this is they had a little color here, a little bit of yellow and maybe green, whatever, instead of just all blue. This one also has some bit of scuffs and stuff. I never even realized. I mean, I realized that, but I forgot about that, I should say. Both cars are getting the exact same on the left side, except for this little extra little line they made here for like a little bit, it's like red or orange or something. Why am I? It's like an orange-green color. This line's been put here, and there's nothing here, so that looks a little bit better. The 2024 car's been a little bit cleaned up a bit better. We don't have this blue thing going all the way around. Sorry, we do. It's just a lot less because they added that orange line there. Different website thing on the rear end. On the deck lid, you have the 50-year logo instead of just the normal Bennett logo. And the website's on the top now instead of just the regular company logo. Both have in-car camera stickers. This one's a little bit bigger. And the 21 has a different outline. It has a little bit of that yellow again that I keep on seeing on this diecast. Weirdly enough, though, there isn't a roof hatch. This one does have the roof hatch. You can kind of just see where the number 2 is. You can kind of see that square roof hatch, and kind of weird that the 2024 car does not have that. I thought it was required, I think, for all cars to have that. Also, I gotta mention this. I really hate this paneling they do lately. I don't know if this is just like where they place the decal. It looks really bad though. I've had a couple Chevrolet specifically 164s that have these lines. I don't know if it's a Chevy mold thing or if it's actually just where they place the decal, because it's in a really weird place to place a decal in the middle. I would think you'd want to do like the entire set as one decal, but maybe they can't. I'm thinking it is though, because it's up here as well, and it's not on last year's car. But we still have these dumb door handles, which is something I will never understand. It's a little bit harder to see on last year's diecast. Oh, sorry, this is the 2023. So they actually got rid of that. I was looking at the wrong car, but it is a lot more easy to see these door handles that don't actually do anything. I don't like them. I think honestly, it just makes these cars look weird. I think because they're trying to make it look more like the Chevy Camaro. You know what's funny though? The Camaro isn't a car anymore. Maybe it was in 2024 still at that point, but it's not anymore. So why do we have that? Either way, these cars are extremely similar, so if you only want to buy one, that's completely understandable. I think if you want a more clean version, this one is probably the way to go. You have a little bit of bare bottom on the back here, and a little bit of a scuff mark or something on the right front with a bunch of like grass and debris and stuff, but that's kind of common with both cars. The other one does have a giant piece of bare bond and a long piece of tape. But at the same time, there's nothing else on the car. So they're pretty even. It's kind of just whatever you can find works for you. Oh, see, actually, let's go back to my point on the rear windshield, because that's exactly what it should look like. I think this should just go back to this. I don't care about realism on the rear windshield. I think as long as I can see the name, I'm happy. So, there you go. But, yeah, it's still an okay car. I wish they kind of would change it a little bit more. I think I still like it more than that 2022 car we had, because I think that one was just a bit weird for how they laid out the paint scheme and everything. But it's okay. Either way, it is still a good diecast, I guess. I'll admit that a bit. But it's still awesome now, so screw this diecast. So that's it. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe so you never miss another video. And we're almost on the Daytona cars. We're getting there. We have one more to go. We have the Byron and we're done.